What's going on, guys? Mitch here from Superior Engineering. I'm standing here with Ant and his absolute weapon of a 76 that is quite well known. Here in for a few little modifications. Now, Ant, give us a bit of a rundown on what you use this car for and what it's going to be up to soon.
I think it'd be better if I told you what it doesn't get used for, mate. That'll be a short interview. But no, I take this vehicle everywhere, as you probably know if you follow the vehicle. It's been all over Australia, Simpson Desert 3 times, Kimberley, High Country, Tasmania. So in terms of terrain, all of it. You know, articulation, heavy off-roading to driving it around town to corrugation. So yeah, pretty much everything, man.
Yeah, so that's why we've got Ant in at the moment, is for a few little extra modifications like our handbrake upgrade and a few replacement bushes. But the main reason we got you in is to change you over to a set of our ECDS electronic adjusted shocks. What's your main reasoning for wanting to change over to those shocks?
Oh, look, for me, there's a couple of good reasons. Convenience and, you know, versatility, being able to, you know, adjust front or rear, hardness, softness in the shocks. And the convenience of not having to get outside the vehicle and get underneath it in the dirt to adjust your shocks. So being able to do it on the fly, cruising down the road, goes from, you know, 1 minute smooth, next minute you hit a, you know, savage section of corrugations, you want to soften the ride a little bit without having to get out of the vehicle and get underneath it and get dirty.
Yeah, definitely. That's the main reason of the design of these shocks, is to give that massive range of versatility where we have up to 100 stages of shock adjustment, so you can really fine tune it for all of those different sort of scenarios of, yeah, around town so it's nice and comfy, nice and stiff when it's loaded up to handle that extra load.
Exactly.
There's a massive amount of versatility, and with that range, you get that huge range of compression adjustability.
Yeah, mate, I'm really looking forward to giving these shocks a good test out. Bit of you know, backstory. I've got a bad back, excuse the pun, backstory. So you know, having these shocks in the vehicle is, you know, along with the coil conversion as well, just softens the ride down when I need it, and it makes it more comfortable for me on long touring journeys, which is, you know, why I walk down this road. Yep. So yeah.
Definitely, mate. So now we've given you a bit of a rundown on what Ant's doing and what we've installed in his car. Let's get into showing you how they're fitted up. We're starting out with removing the old shocks and coils so the boys can get stuck into fitting up the new 2.5 ECDS shock absorbers. The wiring starts with a single wire running from each remote reservoir back to the main command module mounted up in the vehicle. This wiring is wrapped in a protective conduit to avoid any vibration and rubbing and cause damage to the wires out on those rougher roads. The command module is fitted up in the best possible position in the vehicle to avoid any feet or gear falling on it to damage it. Like here in the Black Knight, we've fitted it up in the center console so it's never going to have any worries. The control panel is mounted on the dash or in your preferred location for an easy to reach adjustment to our 5-stage tuning profile. There it is, ECDS fully installed on the Black Knight, ready to hit the road. I'll hand you these and let you get back on the road, mate. I hear you got some big trips coming up, so we're looking forward to hearing about it.
We have, Mitch. We're heading to Cape York in, well, a little over a week. And yeah, so for anyone who wants to follow along, you can join us at Black Knight Off-Road YouTube and also Black Knight Off-Road on the Instagram as well for some, yeah.
That's awesome, man. We're looking forward to hearing when you get back from your trip and how our shocks performed on that trip for you.
Yeah, man, I can't wait, and I'll be back full of information and reviews and that sort of thing, and I'm sure it'll all be great.
Looking forward to hearing from you, man.
Thank you so much.
No worries, mate. Now you've seen the installation on Ant's car, we're standing here with the Outback Adventure 300 series to give you a more in-depth look at the ECDS and how the system works. ECDS, meaning electronically controlled damper system, is the latest evolution in Superior Engineering shock range that is specifically designed for touring, that offers an in-cab, on-the-fly adjustability, so you can change that rate at any time, whether headed from the blacktop onto corrugated roads, or if you're heading from daily driving duties to fully loaded up with the van on the back, headed bush. The shock body and reservoir is CR3 plated and assembled with billet 6000 grade aluminium components for massive corrosion resistance. Then being derived from our 2.5 range of shock absorbers, you get that added reliability and cooling of any of the Superior 2.5s, as well as that manual rebound adjustability. And like all Superior Engineering remote reservoir shocks, they are fully rebuildable and tunable to give you that massive long life as expected from any shock absorber. We just jumped into the 300 here to give you a close-up look at the control panel and how you can use those 5 different modes of 1 to 5 all the way up to 1:100 to change that ride comfort from the comfort of your seat. The 5-stage adjustment program offers a complete and personal tuning profile for you to achieve that perfect ride. Whether it's those big changes in settings 1 to 5 or those fine finesse changes of settings 1 to 100, the ECDS offers it all. So now you know a little bit more about the ECDS, feel free to jump into the comments with any questions you would like to know, and we'll endeavour to get back to you in the next video with Ant once he arrives back from the Cape with his review on how these shocks performed. And as always, if you're looking to get your hands on a set of these, feel free to jump over to superiorengineering.com.au or give us a call on 07 5433 1411.